Hey LifePoint kids, happy Sunday. I had to do a little bit of homework before I came and talked to you. I wanted you to watch the video that I sent in a link to your parents. There's also some other activities there. But I want to ask you some questions about the video and what you saw there. That was a video about how the devil can tempt us. So who should we ask for help for us not to sin? You guys answer that? Okay, you're right if you said Jesus or God. Often it's hard for us not to sin. Stop for a second and either write down or think about or talk to your parents about times this past week when you think you might have had a time where you did sin. Some of those things might be not listening to your parents, not picking up your room, not being nice to your brother or sister. So things like that are things that we can have in our life that are sin. The devil's very tricky and he can tempt us to sin. In the video you watched, can you name the 3 times that the devil tried to tempt Jesus? 3 of them. First one, he was hungry, Jesus was hungry, and he told Jesus to tell the stones to become bread. And if Jesus could turn the stones into bread, then he wouldn't be hungry anymore. That's the first one. You remember the second one? This is when he had him go to the top of the temple. And he said, God will protect you if you jump off the temple. And the last one was when the devil said he would give Jesus all the money and the power of the kingdoms if he would fall down and worship the devil. Did you get all 3 of those right? Good. What did Jesus say as an answer to those temptations? He said one word and he said it 3 times. Right, the answer, no. And each time he said it, he spoke to what God had told him in the Bible. He said when the devil wanted him to turn the stones into bread, he said, Jesus said, I trusted God to give him what he needed. The second time when he asked him to jump off the temple, Jesus said, the Bible says, do not test God. And the last time when the devil said he would give him all the money and power of the kingdom, Jesus said, the Bible says only worship God and only serve God. The devil can use some pretty tricky words and tricky things to tempt us. We need to know that Jesus trusted God and he never sinned. We can ask Jesus to help say no to sin when we're tempted. This week, as you go through your week, be aware of when the devil might be asking you to sin. Stop in that moment and do an arrow prayer. An arrow prayer is a quick prayer to Jesus to make us strong and say no to sin. Thank God for Jesus, for keeping us safe this week and for giving us this beautiful earth to live on. Notice the beautiful flowers that are starting to springing open, and thank God for these and this season. Take a walk around your yard and enjoy these this week. I pray for a good week of family time with God, and good health for you and your family this week. Miss you. Talk to you next week.